Thanks. I promised my friends that I'd do my best to make this funny. So I thought I would talk about a humiliating breakup. For those of you who don't know, Market Days is an LGBT Pride festival that takes place in August. A lot of my friends prefer it to the Pride festivities in June because it's less crowded and more of a street fair. One of the most famous bars in Boys Town is Sidetrack, which has been around for a long time and has a lovely rooftop bar that's perfect in the summertime. I got dumped on the rooftop of Sidetrack during Market Days after buying a round of drinks for him and his friends. And it was my birthday. He tried to say that he was going to wait until after my birthday, but I guess he just couldn't hold it in. So as I approached him with all of the drinks, he just started laying into me about what a terrible boyfriend I was, and how he didn't believe that I believed that we had a future, and how I lacked ambition. And at one point I remember he said, if we get a house together and we have a mortgage and then you lose your job, how are we supposed to pay for it? I had no idea. I was just stunned. All I could think to do was take the drinks and say, "I'm keeping these," and I walked away. And while I was just drinking them one after another, someone turned to me and said, "Don't worry, he probably just wants to sleep with other people today." Which, how is that supposed to make me feel better? But the worst part was when I tried to have a good time and I was walking down the street and I couldn't hold it in any longer and just started openly sobbing while walking down the street. And I overheard people having a conversation, and I heard someone say, "Yeah, I heard some guy got dumped on the roof at Sidetrack." I had become an urban legend. I eventually found out that he had been married the whole time that we'd been together to a much wealthier man that he'd wanted to go back to. So, all told, I think I dodged a bullet. The guy that I was seeing before that one turned out to be a bit of a stalker. A friend of mine asked me once, "How does one get a stalker?" I told him, "Ignore all the red flags. And then, at one point, you'll find someone staring into your bedroom window at 2 o'clock in the morning." I tried to break up with this individual 5 times, and it never took. The 3rd time, I thought that, well, if I break up with him in public, he won't make a scene. That was a mistake. At one point, he lunged across the table and took my hands and said, "I just don't want anyone to take you away from me!" I can't go back to that California pizza kitchen. So, at the apartment I moved into after getting dumped on the roof of Sidetrack, I came home one day to find what I thought was the phone book wrapped in a plastic bag. And I brought it into my home and found out that it was actually the first compendium of The Walking Dead, issues 1 through 50, with this note inside of it. I don't carry it around with me. I just knew that I would have a chance to talk today, so I brought it along. I don't know why I still have it, but it certainly comes in handy now. So, I'm just going to ramble a bit, but I thought I would skip to the end. Nothing I do for you is good enough, and no matter how much I love you, I will give to you, you will never care. That hurts like hell. I thought that would be a good time to end on. It's the title. It just, it got a little torn up because my roommate at the time chased me around the apartment trying to tear it up, and I wouldn't let him. That was probably a bad idea. But thank you.